Hey y'all, welcome back to the Chaotic Wonderful channel. We're gonna be rocking with some more sick Vaesen action, but before we get into that, let's introduce y'all to our wonderful cast. Let's start off with Taylor with Mary on deck.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I use she, her pronouns, also known as Roll for Felicity on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, etc. And I am playing Astrid Nilsson, who also uses she, her pronouns, who is an older lady, a doctor, doesn't really take shit from people, but cares about them. That's me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Taylor. Let's go over to Mary with Steve on deck.
Hi, I'm Mary Kate Me. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the GM for this evening, so I play everybody else. And I'm super excited to see what unfolds tonight as it is nighttime and the Vaesen are awakening.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mary. Let's go over to Steve with Miguel on deck.
Hi, my name's Steve. I go by Hermes4939, most places on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve. My pronouns are he, him. I am playing Camilla Ness, a occultist. She uses she, her pronouns. And as we found in the last one, she plays really nice until someone gets hurt, and then she's ready to bust some skulls. So I'm really looking forward to flip-flopping between the two. Thanks.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Miguel with Derek on deck.
Oh, hey, that's me. Hi, everyone. I'm Miguel. You can catch me at Miguel_Classico. Most places the internet is made, you know. This evening, I will be portraying Agustin, who is a former aristocrat, maybe still is, but more like a free spirit. He's been a chef, backpacking around Europe. He might be a spy, TBD. But now that night is approaching, he's no longer Vaesen around.
Oh, snap.
I see what you did there.
I'll see my way out.
Great. Let's go over to Derek with myself.
I can't follow that. My name is Derek, pronouns he and him. I play Calvin, who is a rich, maybe inept detective. He might be good. We don't know. I don't know. You can find me basically anywhere. Just spell my name Deric Brown with the color of my skin. And I don't know. Let's get playing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Derek. And finally, I'm Matt. He, him. You can find me improv and D&D everywhere. And I'll be playing Jerome, who was recently terrified. And hopefully he'll survive. But without further ado, let's kick it back over to our wonderful, incredible game master. Mary, take it away.
All right. So last time we played, we were investigating the mysterious disappearances of the British Museum. Small items were going missing, and you guys were tasked with figuring out where they were and who was behind it. In exchange, if you figure out this quest, you are going to be getting your own sect of the society, basically a group of people tasked with the important job of protecting people from Vaesen, mythological creatures that go bump in the night. Some of them are good, others like to mess with humans, and that's where you guys come in. You guys have investigated the museum, hang out throughout the day, and were able to collect information that a new wing is being added on to the British Museum, specifically a Norse mythology wing. You also figured out that a librarian by the name of Madeline has been reading books that have maybe been causing some sort of sleep deprivation or some sort of hypnosis of that. You're not quite sure. You guys interviewed many different people and begun to, possibly think that the head librarian may have something to do with it, as he seems to be knowing more than he lets on. throughout your investigation, you've had some odd happenings culminating in a attack by the Chanaques, basically a Hispanic Latin American mythology creature that are similar to gremlins. They like to make people get lost in the middle of the jungle and scare them to death to the point that they basically suck out their soul. You guys were attacked by these creatures, and Jerome was not so lucky, and he was not able to fend off the fear, but luckily his dog T-Bone was able to save the day, pull him out, and you were able to regroup as the museum was locked down. Almost everyone has left by this point, and you guys are alone with some security guards stationed at the different outdoor doors, or else you guys have free reign of the entire museum for the night. What do you guys want to do? I believe at this point, Jerome, you're finally feeling a lot better. You're not in that odd stupor like you were before, but you have been kind of set up in a chair, sort of Weekend at Bernie's style, when you kind of come to.
All right, I'll be ready.
I forgot all about that. We propped you up.
I think we found a pair of dark spectacles too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I believe you put like a cigar in his mouth. I can't remember all of it, but yeah, it was full on like
Man.
Weekend at Bernie's.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not.
Great. I mean, if I'm coherent, I think the very first thing I would want to do is make sure that T-Bone is still like near me and okay.
He is. We're making sure he is.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Calvin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
It's fine. It happens. I've seen it happen to, stronger men. So,
Yeah. And I mean, you could probably count the amount of stronger men on your one hand, right?
No, a lot. Actually, children probably stronger than you as well.
Oh, that's
Horse
fair.
women.
Hey,
Horse
look,
women.
the power. I mean,
A baby
the power of
bird.
it. A baby bird. Come on,
Yeah,
Calvin.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
I'm just saying. Like,
Here, open your mouth. I have something for you, Jerome.
All right.
I take a little dropper under your tongue that's like hot pepper oil.
Oh. Oh, what?
It's good. It's good for you. Good for your blood. Good for your bones.
Okay. Thanks. Gus, do you have any food?
Well, we did just have a rather large feast here with the staff, but
Great.
they kind of cleaned us out.
Famished.
I can light that cigarette for you. Be less hungry. Bad habit, kids. Don't start.
I can't smoke anymore. I'm sorry. I have to. You have like any leftovers?
I scrunch, and check my my field kitchen that I have. So I think we're away from the kitchen area at this point. Or is that where you brought him back? I think.
I believe it was like a sitting room.
Yeah. So
back to
the
area.
dining room.
Yeah, the stuff where we brought like the crates in and had the grimoires and all that kind of. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think I might be able to manage like a little, like a dinner roll, like a bun with maybe some like dried salami or something in there. Maybe cheese that's gotten maybe a little extra funky in that field kitchen, and like a little slather of what is shelf stable? Not mayo, that's for sure.
Butter, shelf stable. Probably
that would
some
work.
Mustard.
Mm.
I think
I saved you a sandwich, but I gave it to your dog because
good.
it was like, yeah.
We
It's
got
either that or
olive oil on
chocolate.
there.
So, yeah.
We'll get you kind of a nice small, sniffer of brandy or something like that to warm you up a little bit, and have a little salami sandwich while we break down what we need to do, and probably everything that happened once he kind of blacked out.
Okay. What did we learn?
Don't touch those little guys.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We did touch them. So we have a meeting at midnight with the head person. Is that correct?
Yeah, you have a meeting at midnight with the leader of the Chunkies.
Okay. And their name, did it start with a G?
Was it Luna?
Luna is her name.
Luna, that was it. Luna. Okay. So we have to meet with Luna. And was it Benny that we met?
Yep, you met Benny. Benny.
Yep. Benny's a big friend of ours, a good friend of ours now.
Yep.
So we essentially caught Benny by some means, and convinced them to let us have a meeting with Luna, who I think will probably provide us some more information on what they're missing, how it went missing. But we have that the librarian lady was kind of under a trance and started stealing their stuff. And they were not able to stop her from stealing the stuff because she was essentially in a trance. So none of their usual tricks that works on us would work on her. She got in this trance, we think, from reading some of the books that we found here and some of the books that she was provided. So, but we don't know where she put the stuff, essentially.
And we don't know where she is right now as well, which I'm a bit concerned about.
Yeah.
Also, maybe we shouldn't read for a little bit. Let's just not read, just in case that happens to us.
Yeah.
I think there's still some things I might want to read.
All right.
Not sure.
I'm not saving you a sandwich, so just know that.
I pull out a big radish and just bite into it. I don't need a sandwich. That's too soft. Too soft for my teeth.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm a doctor.
That's true. I am just the occultist. I don't know about teeth. I just know about little goblin things. But we did get an agreement with Benny through some coercing that they would not harm us during this meeting or going to this meeting. And we included T-Bone in that. So none of the party, and we were very, very, very specific in regards to our health and safety going towards this.
Good.
And that did not make Mary upset at all.
Could I ask a question purely for people watching to understand and not at all for me to be reminded of how this
Totally
works?
fine. It's been 2 weeks.
So I know we have our mementos, and I know
Yes.
that we can use those to heal conditions. How exactly does that work?
So basically, there's 2 ways to heal in this game. One is by the book, another is a homebrew rule. You can basically use a memento, which is basically a special item to you. You spend time with it and kind of describe either a memory or a way that it helps you kind of refocus yourself, and you heal I believe it's 1 condition, if I remember right. Let me double check. The other way that we've implemented, since it's a shorter running campaign, so you guys can push rolls a little bit more, is by calling upon your life events, which were in character creation, things we rolled on, and we will have a flashback to one of those life events that will also heal you of conditions.
I think that while the situation is like being described and like recapped and everything, Astrid kind of sits down, puts her feet up, and opens up her journal, which is my memento, and starts kind of like flipping through it to like look back at like things that she's encountered before, and also like write down things about like the museum, kind of keeping track of everything that's going on, and I think flips back to something that I think is the way that she became cognizant of the Vaesen and realized that she had the sight, was a long time ago when she was much younger. encountered a being that needed her help, who ended up dying, but was a mermaid. And I think she just thought that she was like, at the seashore, didn't really realize that that's what it was, just saw somebody like kind of half in, half out of the water, and went over to help, and was able to offer some support to the creature, and some make them comfortable, but wasn't able to save their lives, and realized that it was a mermaid. So I think Astrid kind of is flipping, like sees her, some notes on that of things that she's recalled, and I think is going to lose the angry condition as the one I'm going to heal from myself for that.
Definitely, yeah. You kind of just, as you're like focusing back, kind of like flipping through pages, you almost like in this moment hear like the sound of the shore as the waves roll in, and you hear like in almost like a melodic voice talking to you, just like a memory of a calming presence. Even though you weren't able to save them, you were able to help them in a time of need. And you feel that if you're to help others, you have to take care of yourself. And that anger kind of washes out as you're able to take on the next step.
Nice. Oh man.
Okay. Good. Okay, so now we need to kind of decide what our next step. GM, what time is it right now?
It is about approaching 10 o'clock at night.
Okay. Do we want to go find that librarian at all to make sure she's not causing more issues in a trance at all? Or to see if she has left prior to our meeting? Or what does everyone think is going to be the best plan going forward?
Didn't we tell her to leave? We told her to leave, right?
I don't think she did. We told her to, but
yeah, that's the thing. Is I think Calvin is correct. Is that I think we did.
You lost track of her around the time that Jerome and the other group was attacked.
So we have to find her. You have 2 hours.
I am worried about that girl.
Okay.
Maybe we should split up. Two of us can like look for in the other two something productive. And
we might just, yeah, we might.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Well, I think we should probably split up and then just search because there are 2 floors, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a ground, like the main floor and then the first floor.
Yep. It's British, so there's a ground floor and then a first floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's special.
Okay. Then let's split up, gang.
well, you want to do teams?
Yeah. Calvin, who are you gonna pick on your team?
Oh, that's really.
You,
Okay.
you like being in
That's-
charge. We are letting you take charge.
Oh, okay, okay. So I can be in trouble for the missteps. I got it. No, I'll pick Astrid.
All right.
I think Astrid looks surprised.
Well, Jerome and I are a great team. Travel together. We track together. We, hang out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I guess I will flip a coin and see who I'm going to tag along with. I will go with, it is a 3, so the lower end was Jerome and August.
I see. We are the lower end.
Yes.
Okay. And can I get T-Bone to make it even or no? No, you could probably maybe.
Yeah. You want T-Bone?
No. Jerome should probably have T-Bone. I mean, he needs it. Like he's feeling
I don't
weak.
think you should take a man's dog from him. I don't think that's a good idea.
Unheard of.
Okay. I mean, the dog looked like he wanted it's a role with a, more a pack, a stronger pack. So you know what? It's fine. They need the dog, so
Yeah.
we'll
We
just
need
say
help. We need the help.
They could use the help, yes.
So who's going to what floor?
I think Astrid wanted to look for Madeline, but I don't think
Okay.
Calvin did. So
we can do it. No, we'll look for her.
Calvin, I think
no.
specifically said to want him to do something useful. So I think
what?
Astrid
I
looks
thought-
at Calvin as like,
We'll look for her.
I think you're in charge.
She's getting some wise words from me. Just know that.
Just gonna take a
Me
knee.
as well.
Take a knee.
Take a knee and listen.
Take a knee. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you guys want to go upstairs, or you guys want to go
We'll,
stairs?
we'll take the first floor, I guess.
Well, I mean, Astrid's knees. I don't know if you want to do that. That's
I
kind of-
would prefer the ground floor so I don't have to go up and
Mhm.
down the stairs.
All right. Let's do ground floor first. So where I believe in the Discord we do have the
Mhm.
maps still in there, just so you guys get a sense of like where things are. Basically the east wing is where you have majority of like the library section, and then the west side is where you have some of the exhibit rooms and things like that. So I guess where are you guys going to start looking for Madeline, if that's what you're doing, or what's your plan?
I think Astrid says, I know you wanted to kind of avoid the books, but it does seem Madeline does like to read, so that
Yeah.
could be where she is, but she also could be in a trance, so she could be in one of the exhibit rooms.
or the bathroom.
She could be in the bathroom. Maybe we should check there first.
Yeah, I've been holding it in since we got here. It's
I didn't want to say, but
yeah.
I could tell. I could tell from your stance.
Yeah, I just we had a lot of drinks waiting. Just
You don't have to explain it to.
Okay,
People
all right.
keep coming to me to talk about urine, and I'm not sure why. That's not really the type
Well,
of
just
doctor
something
I am.
about you just sounds like you know a lot about pee. And,
You hate to hear that from your compatriot, but let's check the bathrooms.
okay.
Yeah, so you guys check out the bathrooms. It's rather quiet. You guys don't see anybody in here at the moment. There is one of the faucets just has that slow drip just over and over. Like it won't shut off entirely. Or else it's just a dark bathroom.
This bathroom is not really that, fancy as it should be. Like you would think.
Are you okay with using it, or should we look at further?
No, I used it already. I'm quick.
Oh.
I'm a quick peer. Quick pee. So,
Good.
I
That's
chose the
healthy.
first room. You should choose the next room.
Let me look at this ground floor.
Roll for agility and precision.
To pee?
Ranged combat.
Maybe. I think she's probably not in the reading room or the library, but I think that's where Astrid would want to look next, just because that's where Madeline has been. Maybe she hasn't left there yet.
Okay.
You don't
Let's
have to
go.
read it. You don't have to read anything while we're there.
That's fine. We'll go to the nerd habitat, aka the library. We should go.
Don't you write books? If I
Yes,
remember correctly.
I write books. I don't read them. We had this talk.
I just think
Let's
you
go.
should be a little more encouraging of other people reading, since it does benefit you.
That's very fair.
Something to think about.
You're wise. It's after you.
I hobble off to the reading room.
All right. You enter towards the center of the building, and It's almost like this large dome, like structure in the middle. There's like rows and rows of like books kind of along the outside, and in the center, there's also like the bookshelves in here are almost like positioned in kind of like intricate patterns, and there's different little chairs and tables throughout this center. But what's interesting is that there's almost like a skylight from the top where you see moonlight kind of rain down towards the center here. It's rather beautiful, but the shadows in here almost seem like deeper, like almost darker in a way. Not quite unsettling, but it kind of has an eerie feel to it. Normally, people are filled in this area, like people are reading books and it's lively, but it's just kind of this quiet where you're kind of listening just to maybe hear something, but there's nothing. Maybe there's a slight hum of the electricity working, but it's rather quiet. There seems to be like a few books that are not put away yet, or else it's basically just a sitting room with a bunch of books.
Great. Cool. How's this place spooky and boring? Okay. What do you want to do, Astrid?
I don't know. I was hoping she would be here. Can we see what the books that haven't been put away, like, do they seem related to Madeline at all?
Yeah, you see that there are a few books out.
Hmm.
One of them is a what looks like a Persian history book, specifically more so of Persian mythology.
Okay.
There's also one that seems to be of Chinese mythology.
Okay.
So she must be here, right? She didn't finish her job, I take it.
It looks like they were left, like someone left in a hurry.
I wonder if she's in a trance right now. Yeah, I guess, do we know where those like trinket thingies, like from either of those types of mythology, would be?
Yes, I believe that the double check, but the Persian one, there's two rooms that could be. The first floor, there's the Assyrian room,
Mhm.
and then on the ground floor, there's also the Assyrian basement room that could also have what you would need from the Persian book. As far as the Chinese like folklore and mythology, a exhibit area associated with that would be the Asiatic Saloon,
Okay.
and that's on the first floor.
I guess we're closest to the Assyrian basement room, so maybe
Sure.
going there.
Yes, go.
I think Astrid like gestures for Calvin and says, "If we're going down to the basement, I might need to take your arm."
Sure.
You can feel Astrid's like trembling a little bit when she goes to like hold on to you. She's still frightened.
Easy.
You don't have to talk to me like I'm a horse.
Okay. Okay, we're safe. Trust me. I'm here. I've done this a million times.
I trust you.
Okay. Should I roll a dice for investigation?
Well, real quick, How do you want to get there? Because there's a few ways. Would you want to go through the Egyptian area, or would you want to go through the Roman gallery to get there? There's basically a couple of different routes, but those would be like the main areas you would kind of have to go through to get to the Syrian basement room.
Let's want to go through the Egyptian.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if it's a mummy, we just pull little, those circles and be easy.
Yes, if there's a mummy alive, it'll be easy to take care of.
Yeah, they're really slow, so we should go.
You guys head through. This area is filled with, it's almost like a large square room, but there's a bunch of like different tablets, vases, and small items. Go ahead and as they're walking through, roll me a vigilance and logic roll.
Okay.
Is that a D6 thing?
Yep. So you'll take whatever you have your score in logic, and then add that to whatever the score is in vigilance. That total is how many dice you need to roll. So like if I have a 4 in logic and I have a 1 in vigilance, I roll 5d6, and I want to get a 6 on one of those d6.
Ooh, okay.
So it's logic and what?
Vigilance.
Okay, so I got 5, so I roll 5 times. Okay.
I got 2 6s.
Nice.
I got a 6.
Perfect. So you guys, you're kind of walking through the different exhibits, and Calvin, you kind of sense it a little bit after Astrid does, but you feel like you're being watched.
Okay. Do you feel that? So,
mummy? Or something else?
I think it's a monster. I don't think your mother's here. So
it's not what I would call my mother. I wouldn't say mummy.
Oh, okay. I don't know you personally, but
well, that's one thing to know. If I'm saying mummy, I'm talking about a creature.
I mean, a lot of people. I call my mom mummy. Like when I was like 5. It's not important. There's something watching us right now. So what's the plan?
You guys feel almost a compulsion to tell the truth.
Ooh. I think Astrid looks at Calvin, like looks him in the eyes and says, "You need to take this more seriously."
I'm afraid, but I don't want people knowing I'm afraid.
I give you a little pat on the arm and I say, "I'm afraid as well."
Yeah. But I won't run off. I will fight whatever's here.
There's no shame in being afraid.
I know. I'm afraid all the time.
Yeah, I think Astrid just pats Calvin on the arm and just says, "Well, I couldn't tell."
I'm not sure the man I killed was a werewolf.
So Astrid says, "We're going to have to revisit that later."
Fair enough.
We'll talk about that more. Is there a way to see what's watching us right now?
You kind of start scanning the room and you see falling to the ground is what looks like almost like a remnant of a claw, and you feel as this claw falls, that truth compulsion going away.
Sorry.
So
And
you might
it's
have been-
rather large. It's like this big.
Oh,
Like it
geez.
is. It looks almost like when a cat is at a scratching post and like they're
Mm,
almost like the outer layer. It's kind of like that, like a outer shell
yeah.
of a claw.
Well, that could be a good thing. That
I don't-
means
Sorry, go ahead.
the claw's gone, maybe, or it's sharper. It's could go either way.
I think I want to pick up the remnant of the claw and like put it in my bag
All right.
to maybe study it later.
Well, there's a thing around us, so let's try to move out here quickly.
I agree.
You head in further towards the Assyrian basement. You had to enter through the Phoenician room, going down a spiral staircase. You see, this area seems like the wiring isn't as well lit, so they do have a few like little lanterns, like gas lanterns, that can be lit down here. It appears like this area at least has a bunch of different manuscripts.
Okay.
We don't see Madeline.
No, but
You
there's
do
a
not
lot
see
of-
Madeline.
Okay,
Hmm.
but isn't this better? We have like maybe the stuff they've been trying to hide from us. Maybe something we can get. I don't know. You read books, right? You can gather something from this.
I do read books. Do you think we have time to look into these right now? Should I look?
Can you just like feel which one's more important?
I could take a look and see if there's a catalog or index or something, and I can't just look. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but I can try to do some digging.
Yeah, let's get on that because it's really creepy.
Yeah, can I do a learning logic roll to see if I can find anything that would be helpful in these manuscripts and stuff?
Definitely. Go ahead and roll that for sure.
And I have to remember to take away a dice because I do still have a mental condition. So I think that's 5, 6, 7 minus 1, so 6. 1, 6.
Very nice. You begin reading through some of them. They're rather old scrolls, but what's nice is at least like you're able to find like the manuscript and then the translation,
Nice.
because this is written in Persian. But you kind of start filtering through the information, and you find that at least what kind of piques your interest is the talk of something called the Cyrus cylinder.
The Cyrus, does it say like anything about what it is, or?
The most that it says basically is that it is one of the first evidence of like language and writing, and that, but that's at least from like the logical, like what the library is written in, like one of the translations. What you find interesting is that written in these manuscripts of like almost like different first person accounts, is that the Cyrus cylinder, while yes, it is a first example of writing, it's a code. It is almost a almost an incantation, if you will, that has been imprinted into this cylinder, and that it is meant to be protected from the Undying One.
Is it something that the museum has in its collection, or this
It is something.
Okay.
It is on the first floor, in the Assyrian room.
And it's meant to be protected from the Undying One? Is that what you said?
Yep.
I relay this to Calvin kind of as I'm like reading and piecing this together. I'm kind of telling him like this thing, and I say, it is on the upper floor. So if we wanted to take a look, we'd have to go up some stairs, but it might be worth it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go a new way. Maybe we can go through the American room or something not back where the giant monster is.
You can definitely go through the Roman, the Greco-Roman room. As you guys are making your way out of there, we're gonna kind of skip over back a little bit in time as Camilla and Augustine and Jerome are investigating the first floor. What are you guys wanting to do here?
I would suggest to the other two that we take the principal staircase. I'm reading from the map. To get up to the first floor, and then maybe I'd say, let's just go room by room. The rooms up here are smaller. It would be easy to just look in. Oh, there's a Madeline. No, there's not. And we can keep moving on.
Right.
It's my recommendation. I'd start with stuff on the east side of the building, unless anyone has any.
Yeah, that's fine. So we'll go a counterclockwise manner.
Yeah, and just make a loop around the floor.
Sounds good.
Okay. I think
All
that
right.
brings us through the terracotta towards the prehistoric saloon that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Just start peeking into rooms.
Yep.
So are you going left or right?
I think we're actually going right. We're going east, then north, then
Yep.
west, then south.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
You kind of make your way out of the principal staircase, through the prehistoric saloon. You see there's a bunch of different fossils and different almost imprints. You make your way through the medieval room, and there's a bunch of different coat of arms and old tapestries. But when you enter the Asiatic saloon, go ahead, everyone in there. Give me a vigilance logic roll.
Okay.
Classically bad at this.
Oh boy. Yep.
Me too.
Oh
And
no.
just 3 actually. Okay, we'll see.
Oh, that's a fail.
These look like dice. 1 success.
All right. Very nice.
The other 2 are 5s.
Jerome and Camilla, you guys kind of are walking through. This is one of the newer areas. And there's a few brand new areas that you can tell just been added of the Summer Palace. Augustine, as you're looking through, you feel you're being watched. And you kind of look towards a corner and you see 2 large glowing eyes staring at you. Kind of in the shadows, you see 2 eyes that are watching.
Yeah, no. I reach inside my vest, just hand on my revolver, just kind of lean back towards Jerome and Camilla. Don't be alarmed, but we're being watched. There's some eyeballs. Don't look. Just floating eyeballs over there.
Floating eyeballs.
Just don't look.
Right. but I've never seen eyeballs just floating though. That's so cool.
And so yeah, so those are like, are you here to help, or are we in your way? And she'll just kind of speak that to the room.
You hear the sound of like a low growl, like the sound that would come from a very large dog.
T-Bone's a large dog. Could be T-Bone.
T-Bone kind of like sits and is like at attention.
Okay. And this is the medieval room?
This is the Asiatic Saloon.
Asiatic Saloon. Oh boy. Are we near any of the entrances, or so we entered going into it and then kind of, can we get back out of it, or do we need to back up to get out of it? Where exactly were these eyeballs?
So if you guys are towards like you're kind of making that loop, you guys are towards the middle of that like plus sign.
Yep.
The eyeballs were coming from kind of like that eastern end, kind of like in a shadowy corner, and it was closest to the Summer Palace exhibit.
Okay. So yeah, I think I was like, I think we should just kind of continue our path. Like we'll try to head out, like kind of towards the north, so kind of up on the map, and we're just gonna kind of face it. But we're gonna. I think we should back up. I am not a hunter or anything. I am going to look to Jerome, who has lived more in the woods, but her bow is starting to move off her shoulder. It is still strung from the last thing she tried to shoot. Is just going to try to back up a little bit.
Jerome?
Yes.
T-Bone barks at the corner, but it doesn't seem like a warning. It's almost like a communication.
Oh.
T-Bone.
Okay. Does it respond? Does the corner respond?
There's another set of growls that come from the corner. And this is definitely, as you're listening, this is some sort of a dog sound, but it seems incredibly large.
Ooh. Is T-Bone, like, after that growl, is T-Bone getting into like defensive stance?
No. Almost a sitting, and like T-Bone's posture is almost looking like if a dog was having a conversation through barks.
Oh.
Almost a plead type of a thing. Almost like you sense a sense of pride coming from T-Bone.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll communicate that to Camilla and Gus. It's like, yeah, T-Bone is like, I mean, he's got it together. He's good. Looks like they're just chatting, so I think we're okay right now.
Okay. Should we leave or should we stay here?
I'll look to T-Bone.
Seems best.
You hear another set of like almost like a bark and growl. And then you see T-Bone posture in a way that is a challenge.
Oh, snap.
All right. So should we start looking big at this point to try to back up T-Bone?
If you guys would like, go ahead and roll to see what you can kind of figure out. Because right now, he, like, whatever this creature is in a position that is very difficult to see.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like an observation.
Yep. So observation, you can definitely roll observation, vigilance. I would even say you could try and do a
We're gonna do observation, empathy.
you could even do investigation.
Oh, sick.
That is 2 6s on 8 dice.
I've got nothing.
1 6.
Very nice. So you were rolling observation, Camilla,
Observation, yes.
and then Augustine. What were you rolling?
Also observation.
Observation. Okay. So Augustine, you're able to kind of like slowly. It seems like that T-bone has the attention of whatever this thing is. So you're kind of able to maneuver yourself in a way to kind of try and get a better look. And so does Camilla. Camilla, you're able to kind of position yourself in a way that you're able to get a little bit more light, at least on wherever this area is. And you guys can see this creature now. It appears to be this large dog, but it doesn't seem to have fur. It is almost looks like it's encased in gold, with different brightly colored markings along its chest and head. You see almost these different patterns, and almost like in different like what you would see throughout the room of these guardian creatures, these guardian komainus, these guard dogs, the foo dog, as you would know it. This is like the size of a horse, and it is posturing in a way of a protection. But what Camilla sees, this isn't some young creature. This is old. This is almost, you can see the wear and tear on this mythological creature. It almost looks like it's like made of like this gold brass, but parts of it have been rusted and aged. You also, as you're like paying attention to the creature, you sense a feeling of like tired and mistrust that people have wandered into its abode and where it's supposed to be protecting, and it does not like it.
Okay. So, all right. So we're just gonna speak out loud. We're meeting with Luna at midnight. We're trying to find little blonde girl that's been wandering off with all the stuff. If you think you've been disrespected in the past, we're going to back up. We're going to let you protect your spot. If there's something in here we should see, please feel free to let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and back up and leave you to guard your spot. And Camilla would like to kind of start scooting us out the north door, or the whatever the door is, goes back up.
You all hear a bellowing voice. The blonde one. She's taken from me things that must be returned. And you see the creature. And now Jerome, you haven't been able to kind of like see whatever this is, but you do see how everyone's reacting. And now you finally see this creature. And it kind of comes out, and you see that the light begins to kind of reflect off of it in this brilliance. And it kind of stands tall in a proud manner. Why have you come here?
we have come to return what has been taken. There's been a disturbance throughout the entire museum. We were told that we could meet with Luna to try to determine what has been taken and how we can get them returned. We think there's a larger problem going on, but there's been a great disturbance in all the Vaesen in this area, and we're trying to put it back to normal. Please don't need us.
In the Discord, you can see a quick image of what it looks like. But
Ooh,
Oh, mate.
sick.
the Komainu kind of lowers its head in almost like a thinking. And I need you, Camilla, to make me a manipulation empathy roll.
Got this all day. 8 dice.
Nice.
That's what she does. Right? Yeah. It's one success. You just don't eat my face.
The Komainu walks forward towards you and kind of gives a lower bow. Looks back up and says, I trust you for now until you betray that trust. I simply wish to take back what I need to protect. Much has been taken from us. I simply want it returned.
Camilla will return the bow and say that is, we wish to return the items and to create peace, and then we will leave this place. Do you know where she took the items to? Do you know where they may be held?
The Komainu kind of focuses, and you watch as he kind of closes his eyes and breathes out, and you see almost like these curls of smoke come through his nostrils, almost like this dragon-like effect. And you see that the smoke kind of curls around and starts searching throughout the room and going to different places. You watch it kind of like swirl out to different rooms out of sight until the smoke comes back and then withdraws back into the creature. He opens his eyes again and says, it's not in the museum. I cannot reach out further than the museum.
Okay. So we have to. Okay. Go ahead.
Look at that.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else, or should we kind of scoot on out of here and keep looking for her? But we got to find where they're hidden all that stuff.
Yeah, I think we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kind of pet T-bone and then kind of back up a little bit.
About this time, Astrid and Calvin, you've made your way back up to the first floor. About this time, it's around 11 o'clock for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are... Yes.
I was just, do we know where we're supposed to be meeting Luna?
Guys are supposed to be meeting her in the ethnographic room.
Oh, okay, which is on the first floor. Okay,
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, but the other guys haven't found anything or encountered anyone, so we can definitely make fun of them for that.
Having a nap. It was ping pong.
Calvin, you You don't have to do that around me, you know. Now, you've already told me that you're scared. You don't need to try to puff yourself up.
I said that, so I didn't scare the monster that was looking at us. So that's the thing. You act passive, and then you stab someone in the neck. That's my move. You would know that if you read my second book.
You don't have to do that around me, but I understand if you're more comfortable acting like this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I shake my head. and I head toward the Assyrian room, right? That's where the thingy is, the cylinder.
Yep, the Cyrus cylinder. So are you guys going left or right?
Maybe if we go right, we'd be going through the ethnographical room. So maybe go left, since we're gonna go to the ethnographic room later. Not to double up.
So left through all the vase rooms.
Yeah, what could be scary in a vase room? If there's something bad in there, we'll just knock it over and break it.
Snakes. It could be a whole bunch of vases with snakes. That happens a lot.
I've never heard of that before.
Okay.
You
just saying okay. So funny. Okay.
You make your way.
Let's go.
Make your way through the terracotta room and through the Etruscan saloon into the bronze room, where there's a multitude of these almost like beautifully smith works of different artwork, entirely made of bronze. Some of them are almost like molded into not really like a plate, but it's almost like a square that's been molded in to have all of these intricate patterns and depictions. Almost like a piece of artwork, but it's entirely made of bronze. You see many of these things. What's odd is when you walk through here, the floor is wet.
Astrid is freaked out by that, given the last time the floor was what it was like. Oh yeah, there's like a god here. But
the bathroom had a leaky faucet, so just keep that in mind.
This is an old building. It could be that.
Yeah.
If we do encounter a god, I know you've got this character where you're kind of brusque with people. If we encounter a god, I would love for you to not play that character.
Oh, no, good cop, bad cop?
Maybe the good cop, but I don't think you should be the bad cop. I think if we run into a god, they're probably going to be the bad cop.
Okay, all right. That's a stretch for me, but I'll give it a shot.
Well, our lives may depend on it, so just keep that in mind.
Maybe. They might.
They might.
Maybe yours, but I'll do it.
Well, I hope that you would be careful if it is my life on the line, but it's understandable if you're more concerned with
no one's ever died on my watch.
Except for one person
who might have been a vampire or werewolf.
We hope they were a werewolf.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's not talk about that.
I think you should talk to someone about it, but I agree we shouldn't talk about it now.
I'm fine.
You make your way through the different vase rooms. It's rather repetitive, although there's a bunch of different cultural vases. It's rather dry through here. No wet floor. You make your way to the Egyptian anteroom. Now, are you going to go through? Are you wanting to go through the Egyptian rooms, or to go through the gallery into the fourth Egyptian room into the Assyrian room? Like, what route?
The Egyptian room does specifically say mummies, so I I point that. I think we have maps, so I point that out to Calvin and I say, "How comfortable are you if we do encounter mummies? Because I think that might determine the path we go."
Okay. I haven't encountered mummies yet, but I know that the weakness is fire, right? And we have.
Do we have that?
I think we have a light. We have lanterns, right? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that actually caused the building to catch on fire. So, okay. You know what? Let's do it. Wait, do you have any? What's your plan? We should have a plan if we see a mummy.
If we see a mummy, I think my plan would be to leave the area. But I'm not much of a fighter.
Okay.
So that informs my position.
New plan. How old are you?
That's not polite to ask. But
Because if you know the mummy, maybe you would be like,
not that
let's okay, fair enough.
I could say a lot of things about how young you are and inexperienced and all of those things, but you'll notice I haven't.
Well, that's what you just said. You might as well just said that.
I said I could say that, but I haven't.
Look, I chose you because you're the smartest here, okay?
And I went with you because I honestly was afraid of you being alone.
Yeah, you know. Well, I...
Camilla and Jerome and God damn. You guys hear the bickering of Calvin and Astrid as you kind of are meeting towards the middle of the area as you guys are talking, probably avoiding the mummies, kind of going on your way. You kind of meet towards that middle section before the Assyrian room.
Oh, we're meeting each other?
Yeah, you guys kind of basically run into each other because the one group is going this way. You guys are going that way.
So we're arguing about how old we each are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the rest
As you guys walk up.
us.
Hey guys, tip, don't ask Astrid how old she is. She'll freak out.
That's not why I freaked out, just for the record. I don't mind saying that I'm 72. Some people are worried about that. I'm not worried about that. But you said that it was negative. That I was older.
I said it was positive because you might know the mummy. I was coming up with plans. We don't know how old this mummy is.
I let go of Calvin's arm and go over to Jerome and say, "I'm so glad to see you're doing well, Jerome."
Yeah, we saw another dog. It was huge.
It was a giant horse dog made of gold.
Oh,
yeah.
This is like some people have been smoking. So
It did smoke. It breathed out this fog smoke stuff, and it went all over the museum, and then came back, and he told us that lady's not here. So,
well, while you guys are all smoking weed, me and Astrid found. Give it to him, Astrid.
Well, we found that there's something called the is it Cypress or Cyrus?
Cyrus.
Cyrus circle.
Cyrus cylinder. Which
Cyrus
is
Hill.
maybe some kind of code or perhaps some kind of incantation, but it's supposed to be here in the museum and it's supposed to be in the Assyrian room. So that's where we were headed. We thought that might be where Madeline is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you guys find her? I guess it's not, right?
No.
No, but the large dog thing said that the stuff that's stolen isn't in the museum anymore. So wherever she's picking the stuff up, it's left the museum. So that's what I'm kind of worried about is we have to find Madeline, find out where the stuff's getting stashed, and we got to meet Luna in a little bit, I think.
Okay. Maybe there's some type of door that leads to another plane of existence or something. Maybe.
Or a warehouse, but yeah, there could be both. There could be a door that leads to a warehouse on another plane of existence. So yeah, essentially at this point, when the large gold dog talks to us, anything is possible.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to go to the Assyrian room? I think it is on the way to where we're meeting Luna.
I think so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys head through rather briskly to the Assyrian room. It's rather beautiful. They have a bunch of different marbles and murals. And you see that on a pedestal towards like the back is what looks like this like stone cylinder. It's behind glass, but those that would like to go ahead and either roll investigation or observation.
All right. Let's
Oh.
do observation, I guess.
Whoa, I got 2 successes.
Hey.
None.
Nice.
I got one.
That is 1 success on my green dice. I have to sing it, otherwise it's not the same.
Oh, dang. Oh, I got one. I got 1 success. I thought I had 0. And I rolled investigation. I don't know if it matters which one.
It will depend on like what you get from it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 successes on observation.
perfect.
Mine was on investigation as well.
Cool. So you guys, as you look at this, it's like a clay cylinder. There's certain like kind of, it is aged. It's been around for a long time, so there's chunks missing. But you see, there's like all these different like script kind of inscribed throughout it. The glass box that kind of covers it. Those that rolled investigation and got successes, you can tell that the lock has been picked. You can see etch marks, like where normally, like if you're putting a key in, turning it, you're not going to have like marks around the outside. This seems to have been like sloppily opened, almost like someone that wasn't fully with it lock picking. Those that rolled investigation, the cylinder inside, it has like basically a pedestal where there's like 2 holders. It's not in the middle. It's partially off. It's been picked up.
Okay. All right, what do you guys think?
So it's been opened and it's been used, right? But they didn't take it and keep it. It looks like it's been moved. So did they? Was the cylinder to open something? Was it to transcribe something?
Camilla, this didn't mean anything to me, but I thought it could be significant. Are you familiar with the Undying One?
GM is an occultist. Am I familiar with the Undying One?
Go ahead and roll. Let's see. Learning logic.
We didn't study that much. We kind of feel our way through.
I'm gonna give you an extra die though, since you are an occultist.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Those that would like to as well can roll a learning logic.
Okay, I'm gonna do a 3 dice and pray. Oh my God, I got one.
Yes.
I got
Nice.
2 5s and a 6. Why,
Nice.
yes. When I slept on a book one time, osmosis, I learned who the Undying one
I
was.
had a
once.
dream.
Crystal Ball told me.
There's a few things it could be, but one sticks out in your mind specifically because of the new Nordic mythology area. In this different, what you would call, I guess, like Scandinavian mythology, there is a person known as Koshe, the Undying, a powerful sorcerer alchemist that found the key of immortality. Koshe was an evil, evil man and was imprisoned by a princess a long time ago, at least what the stories say. But due to, I guess, not knowing, the prince let her out, or let him out. And over the course of an adventure, he was able to find a way to not necessarily kill Koshe, but imprison him. The story goes that Koshe's remains, all that remains of him is a bag of ash and a skull. And if the incantation is said aloud again, Koshe will be brought back. And that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, snap.
Nothing wrong with
Hardcore.
there.
Sick. Thank you so much, Mary. And viewers, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be taking a brief, about 10-15 minute break. So stay tuned and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back to Chaotic Wonderful, where we're rocking a fantastic session. Our third of fourth. This is the penultimate episode. We still have 2 chances left for our characters to kick the bucket. But before, without any further ado, let me pass it back over to our wonderful GM, Mary.
All right. So where we last left off, you guys had investigated the museum at night, have run into a few creatures, and discovered a unsettling bit of information that the British Museum houses a relic that has an incantation to bring back Koshé the Undying, or Koshé the Deathless, a immortal sorcerer that the only way they could stop him is by turning him to ash and separating his skull. Probably not someone you want to bring back, and someone is trying to, as the cylinder has been moved and has been messed with. After investigating this, it is getting closer to midnight, and you guys have a meeting with the leader of the Chanakes, Luna. Is there anything you want to do to prepare for that?
I kind of do my usual like pat down just to see what things I have on me, and I try to like, should we bring a gift? We're coming in, like a host gift is always appropriate. And I start looking around one of these rooms for like a shiny thing we can just like bring.
Here, and I take out my crystal ball. This might be I've used it for investigation, so I have it's something that's important to me, and it's shiny, so this might be something that we could definitely give Luna. I wouldn't be against that.
That's fair, but alternately, and then I pop over to the American room and look for like, I don't know, bison hide or George Washington's wig. Like, I don't know what they have there.
Should we
Yeah.
steal something from another Vaesen to give it to this one now?
I think Astrid also is digging around in her bag and pulls out her fine wines. And says, I know, Gus, you've got a lot of different drinks and things, but these are pretty old. My father gave them to me when I was younger and said to save them for an important occasion, and I think this might be the occasion.
It may be.
But continue to look for your bison hide. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, you're able to find there's some gold nuggets from the gold rush.
Wow.
That you could definitely give out. They are behind glass, so you're gonna have to kind of break in there and get it out, but it is there.
What's lock picking again?
Everything's hanging on the wall.
Stealth.
You know,
Calvin's got some lock pick.
I got a lockpick.
Yeah.
Nice.
this is promising.
Precision.
Yep, precision stealth is how you pick locks.
And I think you add, because of the lockpick, right? You add
Yeah, it gives a bonus as well.
Nice.
So I have 2, I guess.
You get a plus one bonus.
Dice. Yep, so you'll add one more dice.
Yep, no need it. Got a 6.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you're able to get that lock open. No trace at all. Yeah, you now have a gold nugget from the gold rush.
Here you goes, guys. Impressed? You should be.
It's a fine host gift, if I say so
I
myself.
think so.
I look around to see if there's like a ghost of a prospector or something that's mad at us now.
The old guy from Toy Story 2.
Dusty Pete or whatever it's called. Party Pete.
Yeah.
No, you don't see any prospector ghosts right now.
Right now, yet.
Yet. That's a later you problem.
Should we look for like an escape room or something, just in case something goes sour? I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Escape route's always good.
Yeah.
And, so to describe the room, it's basically this long hallway of different exhibits. So like there's basically almost like there's like 3 lanes. So you have like a center lane, and then you have 2 other walkways that go on the outside, and then there's exhibits that are on the walls and then that are standing in between. So there's line of sight ways you could break line of sight, but it's mostly an open room.
That's good.
Okay.
I think Gus, you should present the gift.
Oh, well, certainly able. Let's take the goal of like one of those to make sure. Put it in the vest, the opposite of the revolver. My plan, if the lock picking didn't work, was just to pull my gun out and smash the glass.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And then I'll give Gus my crystal ball to also give the do we want to have Gus have all the gifts to present as one?
I think we should present as a group. You know,
Yes.
it's more respectful that way.
I think so. So
Okay.
I hand over my crystal ball.
I hand Gus my wine, dusty old wine bottle.
I hand Gus a sandwich.
Um,
I found an extra sandwich.
I was hoping it was like an autographed copy of your
Found
book
it.
or something.
No,
Oh, yeah.
that would have been smart. But
No, they gotta pay retail for that.
I'm sorry, Jerome. It just kind of they need it. So
It's okay.
yeah.
Gus, do you mind if I talk with you for a quick second?
Yeah, of course.
I also, Calvin, I need your help too.
yeah.
So first, the second question depends a lot on the first, but do you have to be a god to be a godparent?
No,
It helps though.
it does. It would.
Oh, okay. Okay,
It'd be
good.
pretty great.
What does something just happen to you?
Well, with what's happened and all this talk about death, I've been a little bit scared. So I was wondering if with this, and he'll kind of like open it up and be like, if y'all would be willing to be my kids' godparents, just in case. As
Did you say kids, plural, children?
yeah,
You have a kid. You have a kid.
several.
It would be my honor.
Thank you.
That's
would
very nice of you.
mean the world to me, because with what just happened earlier, I
Yeah.
don't want to, just in case. In
Yeah,
case.
What are their names?
Well, there's Porter, Vila,
Damn it.
and Angus.
Angus.
Damn it.
That's 3. You know what? I'll pay for one of their colleges. So
Oh, great.
Wait, that's part of the deal? I already said yes.
Thank you.
yeah.
I appreciate
Good.
it.
Are they smart? What are we looking at there?
They're pretty smart. Yeah.
Okay.
I expect all of them, assuming everything goes well and that we're able to get that nice plot of land, they're going to go to the best troll college in the world.
Troll college?
Yeah.
What is a troll college?
For trolls.
I'm wondering too.
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining that, like, I would want my kids to feel like they fit in and everything. I don't know. It doesn't feel like the best world for trolls out there yet, but
Your kids are trolls?
Yeah,
Like
half.
half? Okay.
Hmm.
Half me, half troll.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mhm.
They're the best.
Hey guys, can I talk to you separately?
Yeah, most certainly.
Yeah. We can't let him
We're
die.
not doing this, right?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
Like that seems like annoyance that I don't want, you don't want.
What does half a troll look like? Like
I
the
don't
left or the
know.
right?
I don't know. Are they green? Are they tall? What is that?
I think yes to both.
You have to love them. You can't just not love a child. And you're single. I'm single. I can't do this.
We'll figure it. He's going.
No, yeah, we'll just send him to school or something. But he's not
Even
going
if
to
I
die.
don't, he will.
Yeah, he's not going to die. If anything, I will sacrifice me and you. So
Mhm.
I don't like kids. So
It's a solid
let's
plan.
make a pact. Okay.
But we won't let him know. Like I'll say,
No,
like,
no,
yeah,
no,
little
no, no.
Angus Jr. That's
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's great,
Jerome.
Jerome.
Yeah, we got
Waving
you.
from the other
Great,
side of the
thank
room.
you.
Like, yep.
I appreciate it.
There was deciding alternate visitations between the two of them if something happens to Jerome.
Mhm.
Yep.
As you guys are discussing, you guys see that the fog begins to roll in. It doesn't have that unsettling feel. It just, at least it's not trying to attack you this time. But you do see that the sounds of the room begin to change into the noise of like running water and like the rustling of branches and trees. As on the ground you see like a row of like three in a row, and like I'd say probably like 10 persons long, I guess, or like of the little Chanakes kind of walking in like a guard formation around this almost like a day bed that two Chanakes are like carrying on their back like this, and you see a little Chanake woman with like a green hat with that has like little like gold kind of woven throughout with almost like a gold overall dress sitting in the day bed as they kind of come up to you guys. And one of the Chanakes with like a little horn, kind of, you hear it. It's very high pitched as it announces Luna of the Chanakes. And the little Chanake kind of bows as they lower down the day bed that Luna was sitting on. And she kind of just gives a yawn, gets up, walks forward towards you guys with like her hands behind her back in like a almost like that leadership position of like the power pose. Just kind of staring, sizing you guys up. And she's like 5 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
Astrid does a creaky curtsy.
I kind of clumsily just give the crystal ball back to Camilla. What you doing? And I just present the gold. I say, Luna of the Chanake. We are us of the. We didn't give ourselves. We're the.
Just
that should
humans.
We should do that.
Gus of the humans.
Mm-hmm. That's me. We brought a gift, a little host gift. But thank you for throwing this together. And I just like pull out the bit of gold and set it in front of her, lean down, something like that. I hope you find it to your liking.
She looks at it kind of like, and it's pretty big, but she like holds it. She tries to like bite it, and to like see if it's real. puts it down, and just says, "It's not Spanish, but it'll do."
Okay.
And Camilla will walk forward and do like a deep bow. And Luda the Chanake, I am Camilla Ness, and I present to you a family heirloom of mine, my own personal crystal ball that has traveled with me far and wide. And I present this to you and your group as a offering and also as an apology for trapping Benny earlier after he had scared one of our group. So I hope to work with you to figure out where the missing items have gone, so we can put everyone here at rest. And she will just kind of put down the crystal ball and back up.
She kind of looks into it and kind of jumps back a little bit at the reflection of it. Almost like this bigger than her creature is inside, and she just kind of shakes her head and says, take it, I don't like it, take it.
Pick it up and take it back and bow.
If he got caught, he deserved it.
Okay, I'll go. Hi, name is Calvin. I am a detective, world famous author. I brought you this ham sandwich from the table of snacks. There is lettuce, there is bread, there is mayo, there is cheese. I don't know where the cheese is from.
She's gonna love that sandwich.
Here you go.
She holds her hands out expectantly at the sandwich,
I think the ham
looks
is...
like eyes like large, like
Yep.
a kid in a candy shop.
Calvin is baller.
And begins kind of like it's just like, it's a sandwich, but like she's 5 inches tall. So she just kind of gets out like this little
the
knife
sandwich.
and starts like stabbing it into like bite-sized pieces, holds it up and kind of smooshes it so she can eat. And she kind of sits on the daybed as she's eating her sandwich. Says, "So, what do you want?"
Well, we're looking for the blonde girl who's been stealing things. I don't suppose any of you know where she is right now.
No idea. She usually hides upstairs. Yep.
Upstairs is in this
we are
floor, or
upstairs.
there's another floor?
Starts up here, makes her way around, steals things that don't belong to her. She takes like another like chunk off of the sandwich.
Yes, do your thing.
Yeah, I pulled the wine out. There's another gift that we've brought, and it's kind of is it a red or a white?
I think it's a
red.
red, yeah. I think it's a very murky red. It's got a lot of particulates.
Room temp. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, give it a shake up. Like, should I make it rain? Should I?
No, do not make it.
You want to make sure that they get some of the sediment, because that's what's really good for you in a wine.
You can set up like a little swimming pool for them. Let them relax. Your Majesty? Question mark?
No, we are not a monarchy, okay? We don't do that. We're not like that.
You just have a bed that you're carried on and a horn surrounds you.
Yes, it's different. It's ever so slightly different. They,
First among equals, that kind of thing.
I'm voted in at least.
Oh,
Yes,
that is good.
You're not doing a good job charming Gus. This is not working. Jerome, you wanna try to charm Luna?
Oh, sure.
Talk about your kids. That was charming.
Yeah. Jerome, hearing that, will start fishing around in his pockets and take out just a little drawing that his kids made. It's like each of them contributed, where all of them like drew each other, but then all three of them
Oh.
decided to chip in on the drawing of Jerome, and he's probably a good like half their size, but he'll slide this over and be like, "Hey, so my kids drew this, and it's my prized possession. So if I could have it back when you're done."
Jesus.
She kind of like gives like tilts her head just to the side, and you see like a few of the Chanakes after you've given like the wine have like kind of made like a Chanake tower so they can pour it into like some sort of small cup, and she's dunking her sandwich in the wine as she looks at the picture, and you see that she kind of reaches to the picture, and almost like this gold powder begins to kind of come out of the picture, almost like whatever the energy or feeling that was that the person that drew it had, she's almost taking that out of it, and collects the dust into what looks like a little satchel and says, "This is nice. This is good stuff. Good stuff indeed."
Thank
So if people are stealing things, I mean, it looks like you guys want to stop that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if the things aren't here to steal, then they can't be stolen. They get to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Astrid,
Very
say
true.
something.
Why don't you say something?
Because that was so stupid. Why would they say that?
Well, okay, look, mister. What I'm trying to say is if you go to the Egyptian room, one of the protector there, okay, they got an idea, and I got it. Look, we're willing to try it, but not everyone is, and maybe if you can persuade them, other people, to try it, all of our items can go home.
What's the idea?
It's a little bit of a spell.
No,
What
I know.
is- What does the spell?
Spells.
What does the spell do?
Well, it's a two-parter. So
Okay.
first part, items go where they belong, back home.
Okay.
Second part,
Okay.
everyone that can't see us sees that the items are here.
Does sound like a good spell.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Here's the problem. Got to get a large amount of creatures together to have enough juice to power the spell.
What are we juicing exactly?
They need the energy of all the creatures who are protecting things to be able to bring the things home, to then also project
But
that
everybody
they're still
hates
here.
each other.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hates each other.
See,
And they
that's
think
how you
everyone's
say
going to
things.
steal each other's stuff. So,
Well,
But
if you all,
everyone's already had their stuff stolen.
and if
So-
you all hate each other, then you should be happy that you'll, to my understanding, if your things return home, then you will also return home.
well,
So you won't
yeah,
have to
that's the
deal with each
goal.
other anymore.
Okay,
Yeah, but
trust
you know,
each
there's
other to
some
do it.
people like the dog. That dog is just so upset and angry all the time. Doesn't want to try nothing.
The gold dog. With
Yeah.
the frilly.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Is he the most stubborn
Yeah.
creature here?
Oh no, the most stubborn one. Ugh, it's a sure doll.
How many
Astrid,
how
what
many
is
people do we need? How many
Well,
What's the short list?
how many do we need to make the spell pop?
we gotta have 7 different creatures.
No way.
What was the
We got, like-
name of
like
the creature you
100
said
here.
that was stubborn?
The sure doll.
And
Those that would like to go ahead and make a learning logic roll.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
That's a no for my 2 dice.
oh, dang, I rolled 6 dice and I didn't get
Oh, I
a
got two
single
six.
6.
I have
I
a
got 2
six.
6.
Okay. Okay.
I failed it.
Calvin.
We have
Just tell me
Justin
about this.
Calvin. Justin
Tell me about
Calvin's
this
speaking.
share doll.
Yeah. So, a sheer doll is you kind of like think back to like different research for the books that you've written. One of them was kind of like an idea of like the Griffin stole my money. But a sherdal is basically a griffin, but from Persian culture. It is the first origination of that mythological creature. They've got the head, wings, and like front talons of an eagle, and then the back legs and back half of its body is a lion. They are meant to be guard, usually treasure, and they protect against witchcraft, slander, and evil. But remembering back, they are incredibly protective and not necessarily will trust people outright. You kind of have to prove yourself to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Good thing we have T-Bone.
so that seemed like the most difficult, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking.
Yes.
Obviously, you're in.
Yeah.
Oh
okay,
yeah,
Well,
we're in Egypt's in. I mean, the dog's gonna need some persuasion.
Who else? What's the?
Oh God, the Greeks. God, the Greek thing has lost its mind.
Who's actually in? Is it just you and the Egypt?
It's just me and the Egypt.
I think we can get the dog.
Mm-hmm. We've already got a rapport there. This will help.
well, I
What
think
is- What is the creature that makes you tell the truth?
Oh yeah, that's the Egypt.
So
That's
that
the
one's
Sphinx.
Oh, fantastic.
Sphinx. Makes sense. Makes sense.
No, I mean like you're gonna have to prove yourself to her, but I think she'll like you.
We'll get like a voucher from you. Like a
No,
letter of
you just
rec?
gotta solve her riddles.
Or no.
Oh, I'm very good at riddles, so that should be easy.
I like riddles too.
Good.
And I mean like you're gonna have to probably go to the bronze room.
okay. What's up with the bronze room? What's up with that?
Mhm.
Well, that's a tricky one. I mean,
Mhm.
any of you guys good dancers?
Not me.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
been known to
Not bad.
make my way around a dance card here and there.
Same.
Well, okay, here's the thing, is that the Ikaki that is there, well, he's gonna try and get you to do a dance competition.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you
see.
don't, he's
I
gonna
see.
drown you.
Oh,
That's a.
oh,
Those
that's
are high stakes.
You know, I'm busy that
Okay.
day. It
Dance
turns out.
competition. Got it.
okay. I mean,
Okay.
Let's see what else. Okay. Yeah,
oh,
the Greeks
there's
did.
more.
Yep,
Yep.
yep. Okay,
Need
so
two
the
more.
other thing, you're probably gonna have to prove your strength to the Chimera. You're gonna have to go to the Greek Greco room.
Okay.
Someone ran this
Okay.
down. This seems like a lot.
Yeah, we're okay. So the
Yeah.
chimeras with the Greeks, the dogs over with the Asiatic, and the Agaki. Is that in the bronze room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I don't think Makara's gonna be that difficult. She doesn't really want to be here anymore. So you're gonna have to try and talk to her. She's usually pretty happy-go-lucky.
I
Where's
look
she
at Calvin and I say, "You are not talking to Makara." I'm going to just make that clear right now.
That's fair.
Where's Magra at?
Makara is have it written down, please.
In a place.
Da-da.
So we have a dog, we have the Chimera, the Igaki, Makra, and
Sorry, I have to refer back
you're
to
okay.
notes.
Sphinx.
Let's go.
We have the Sphinx.
The ethnographic room, the one you're in right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do 2 by 2. That's just how this has to be done for safety.
2, 3, 4. So do we need one more? 5, and then the Sphinx, and then Luna's team.
4, 5. I think that with Luna, that's 6.
Yep, so we need one more.
Sphinx, Chimera, Agaki, the dog, Makra, and the.
What was there? The doll?
The sure doll.
Sure doll. That was the other one we need.
Mm.
So it's the Chonic Ace that you need, Makra,
Mhm,
Chimera, the Ikaki, Sphinx,
mhm.
the Komainu, and then the Shadal.
Okay.
The Sherdal is the dance-off one.
The Shadal is the Griffin.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to
That's right.
figure out how to prove yourself. That's when Luna doesn't quite know how you're going to do because
That's
he's going to be the most difficult.
stubborn one. Okay.
Oh,
That's right. The Agaki
Well-
is the dance-off.
okay. That was very helpful.
That was extremely helpful.
Luna, that is very helpful.
Oh, we should ask about the director of the museum.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
'Cause I don't
he's
trust him, Mr. Harrison.
Oh, the
Yeah.
librarian.
Yeah,
It's a real piece of work.
It's a potato.
He is a potato.
He's not a sorcerer or something that you know of.
I mean, he likes to look at the different items, and I thought I saw him like trying to get near the cylinder once.
okay.
That's not.
Hmm.
We've seen the cylinders been opened and moved.
Yeah.
The cylinder's been moved.
The cylinder's been moved.
What's it to you?
Problem. It's a big bad problem. A lot of us has worked very hard to keep that thing protected.
No, that's
Shadal's not going to
be.
be very happy if that's happened.
All right. Do they think that they know how to pull the Undying One back if they've touched the cylinder? Is that why they
Well-
need all your stuff?
That's my guess.
All right. So we got to get we have to get this spell going so we can pull all the stuff back. That'll be hopefully a way to persuade everyone. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know?
Try not to die. I mean, some of
Yeah.
these creatures are not very nice.
Well, Luna, not everyone is as nice as you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, half of them have a right not to be nice.
No, they are doing exactly as they've been treated. So that makes complete sense. So we're going to approach it from that direction and then see if we can prove ourselves. And with the assistance, if we can get a couple, then we can get the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
All right, Luna. So obviously we'll take half the list. You and your group will take the other half. We'll meet at the Egyptian
That's a
room
good
and-
one. That's a
Good
real
one.
good one.
Yeah, that's
No,
a
you're
favorite.
doing the rest of it. I gotta protect the rest of my items tonight.
If you see the blonde-haired girl, can you get someone to come tell us, because we're interested in finding her, and if any of your items go missing, she'll be the one who's taking them.
I will.
Mhm.
I can like yeah. And then she kind of like snaps her fingers, and you see Benny kind of walk up. That looks like he's got a little bit of a like he's like holding his ear probably from
Mhm.
getting a little talking to. Probably got a little box gear out of the deal. It's
Mhm.
just you go help them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Mr. Harrison too. Just in case he's trying to bring evil back.
Yes, if you see him, we'd like to know about that as well.
Because we
We'll
can,
patrol.
yeah, we can physically stop them even if the blonde girl's in her trance and you can't stop her. we can physically stop her.
Good.
Break her ankles. I bet you're low enough to
We shouldn't break her ankles.
slide for death.
Evil sorcerer, broken ankles.
We should try not to break her ankles.
That's why we have a doctor. Oh, we have a
A
doctor.
tough injury to recover from.
I mean, you guys got only like 6 hours to get this done in, so
We should get going.
Wait. Do you have anything to give us that could help us?
Like a sandwich.
No, not a sandwich.
would some
I mean, like a
inspiring
different one.
words help?
No.
We'll take whatever you got, Luna.
Like £5.
Sure.
Okay, all right. So the best way not to die is not to die.
Oh, Jesus.
Very
Someone write
helpful
that
and
down, please.
inspiring.
Right.
Calvin, don't put that in your book.
I'm not going to.
All right, Camilla will
All right,
do
thanks.
a curtsy
Mhm.
and say, we will see you in 6 hours or less. That's it.
I think I want to like find like a dish or a saucer or something. Just like the rest of the wine bottle in there, and I go swimming time. I thought I was gonna come up with something better than that. And I did not.
I mean,
Swimming.
there's a couple vases. You could like fill up one of the vases with
Mhm.
the wine, and there could be a Chanticleer pool party. Definitely. Yep. That'll keep some of them busy from messing with you. That's for sure.
Perfect.
Uh,
I think Astrid says, I think maybe we should try to talk to Makra first. She's supposed to be friendly.
Well,
And
Mhm.
well,
Mhm.
I was just thinking if someone loses a dance off, she does have kind of a water domain, so maybe could help with the not drowning.
I would like to not drown.
Yeah, it's not drowned. So let's start with some of the friendly ones first, and hopefully, if we
Indeed.
have more of them, that will help convince the other ones. It's the whole magazine sales. I just need one more to get to 7. I just need one more. You can help us get to the goal. You can help us
Yeah.
succeed. I just need one more.
So we gotta split this up, right?
Oh
We have
no!
6 hours.
You didn't see that dog. We're not splitting up again ever.
No, we are going together, and it is team talk.
That's
Makra's in this room anyway, so
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, but we have 6 hours. It's not enough.
We can do it.
We can do it. We can do it.
I'm not trying to die.
Yes, I'm not trying to.
we all have strengths that can help protect us from our own weaknesses.
I think so, because we definitely lucked out a couple times because some of us, missed some of the logic department in my school. And so we could have Astrid together for that and have us together for some of the dancing. We can even it out. So let's go find Makra.
Fair enough.
Astrid, roll me a learning logic to figure out a way to summon Makra.
Cool.
It's pounding on the wall.
is. I think that's 6, yeah. I got 1 6.
All right. You know that she's the guardian of gateways and thresholds. Potentially, just by entering through a threshold and maybe somehow thinking of her name, you could possibly get her that way.
I think Astrid conveys to everyone else this plan so that it's not just happening without anyone knowing. And since she is still frightened and is specifically frightened of Makara, I think, again, says, now, the Chanakeys are little tricksters. A chimera is a monster, but Makara is the attendant to a god. So let's all just keep that in mind as we're speaking with her.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And yeah, I'm gonna go through a threshold and and think of Makara.
Jerome will help her through the threshold.
Carry
your
me
arm.
over.
Yeah, carry her across.
Yeah, you kind of like go towards like the side door where the different Indian marbles are of these beautifully etched like iconography of Makara, and you kind of go through that kind of with the intention of protection and of the creature. You see that on one of the marbles there seems to be a imagery of water, and as you guys look at it, it almost looks like the waves begin to go into the marble, like almost like in like a 2D animation of like in this marble you see the waves begin to form, and you watch as through these different like slabs you see a creature begin to come out of the water, almost like how like if you had a shadow puppet on a wall and you make it look like it was moving, it's like the iconography is moving through the different marble pieces. You see this creature with the front head and arms of an elephant and the back hind of almost like a crocodile, like sea serpent. And the marbles, some of them are small, some of them are large. So it's almost like this mosaic of this giant creature. You all hear, like in your heads, almost in this soothing voice, "Why have you called me children?"
We wish for your assistance, but we also wish to assist you.
Sounding like Luna there, Astrid.
You wish to assist me in what?
There's a young girl who works here who's being, we believe, controlled by someone else to be taking things from the exhibits, the things that you're supposed to be protecting, the things that matter to you. We believe we understand a way to return the things to their rightful place and their true rightful place instead of being here, apart away from their homes.
You see that like almost kind of moving through these different marble pieces, the creature kind of walks around almost like pacing in a way. And then you see the creature almost like kind of turn to look and says, "I would love for things to go back to where they were supposed to go. And if what you're saying is true, this woman is in grave danger. I will help with what I can, but I am limited in where I can go."
Where are you limited to?
Well, as you can see, and you see like as she like shifts these marble imagery shifts, I can only go where the marble is.
Does that mean just this room then? Is that what she's saying? Or are there other rooms with marble?
Roll a let's just do a logic and learning to kind of like, there's no real good problem solving
Yeah.
roll, I guess.
Makes sense. I can do that.
Mhm.
Ooh, did not get any sixes.
Not the best.
I don't think I'm gonna push it because I already have a condition, so I think I'm just gonna not know.
I only know that I can only go to where I'm connected. These marbles have written out history and the stories that are mine. You can find a way to get at least even the smallest piece. I could travel to places you need me to go.
Okay. Can we look around and see if there's like a marble tablet or something that has their writing on it, whether it be like a symbol or a necklace or something in this room that has that?
Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead and roll observation logic. Or wait, is it empathy?
Observation is
empathy.
empathy.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 6, and 8 dice.
You are able to find you've got two options.
Mm-hmm.
You find one that's kind of like a tile that has like iconography of like sea serpent iconography. And you also find what looks like a talisman.
Okay. All right. Then I will
Can we-
ask both. Go ahead, Calvin.
You could bring
Can-
both, absolutely.
Can we just break it up into 4 pieces? Then we can put in our pocket.
We can. I will ask Makra. I'm like, if I wear the talisman, can you see through the talisman the other places we go and talk to any of the other people we need to visit if we need help?
I should be able to do it somewhat.
Okay.
I only have so much energy though.
Okay.
So
well,
choose
let's-
wisely.
Yeah, let's make sure we use that energy for the meeting. But
Mhm.
I'll
And
at
how
least
good are you
grab up the.
preventing drownings?
Good question.
Well, if you are worried about a watery death, I may be able to help in that regard if the time comes.
All right,
Great.
that's
It'll
Vague.
use up whatever the item that you have, but
Mhm.
Let's take both.
Yep, let's take both.
Cool.
I think, yeah, I thank Makra and I say thank you for your assistance and for helping us and your graciousness. We hope that we'll be able to return everything the way that it should be.
she gives a nod and you watch as she kind of goes back into the waves that have just continuously been moving and crashing until they come to a stop and go back to the imagery that was once before on all the marbles.
cool. 1 down, 5 to go, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone feel like dancing? Should we do that next?
Might as well.
That's them.
Sure.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, let me. That's
Agaki?
Agaki,
Yes, the bronze room.
The bronze room.
which is on this floor, right? I think it's actually is
Mhm.
it close?
Mm-hmm.
It's you guys are in the ethnographic room. It's on the opposite wing.
Oh yeah.
Should we go down and talk to the dog then first?
It's on the way,
Should we
right?
wait, or should we have more of a presence before? No, I think
This dog
okay
likes
talking
us
to the food
already.
dog. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go talk to the food dog since it's just south of here.
I'm excited to meet this dog. I love dogs.
You guys head out of the ethnographic room, and it is quiet, almost like eerily so. You approach the Asiatic saloon, and as you get to the threshold of it, you begin to hear a growl.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Yep. Camilla will move forward a little bit and say, Great Guardian, we have come with news and a proposal for a solution if you would hear us.
You see this almost like little plumes of like smoke kind of come out, kind of going around the room, almost like something trying to sense what's going on. And then coming out from the shadows is this golden, large, lion dog like figure.
Oh, okay. So you guys weren't high. So that's good to know.
Well, we are, then you are now too. If you're seeing the same thing. Anyway, we have spoke with Luna and we have spoken with Makra, and we believe that everyone's energies can be combined. We need 7 different entities to combine their powers to first return the items since they have left the museum, and second, then take the items back where they came from so everyone here is able to leave the museum. But you are one of the ones we need help from to be agreed upon that we can work together to get everyone out of here.
So they want to just leave here.
We want to return the items to their rightful owners and their rightful place.
What if there is no more of that place? Where do they go then?
Where would, if you had a choice of, or where, that is a very good question. Where would you return to? Or do you wish to stay?
I wish to finish out my duties until I must go.
When are your duties finished? What are your requirements?
As long as there are remnants of the palace to protect, then I must be stationed here.
Okay.
If the palace was destroyed, would that mean you failed?
Don't say.
I had failed. That is true.
Okay. So say
Those
that everything.
that would like to roll a learning and logic check.
I got 3 6s that time.
I got 2 of them. That's good because Camilla got 0 on her 2 dice.
I didn't get anything.
Okay.
3 is baller.
Augustine and Astrid, you guys remember back, and kind of like a history thing, you remember maybe why this creature is so bitter. The British burned down the Summer Palace. It was a amazing marvel in China during a war, and they basically burned everything to the ground, destroyed everything, and then took the important objects and kept it and put it in a museum. What you remember of the lore of the Komainu is that Komainu come in pairs. The male Komainu protects the objects. and the female Komainu protects the people. He's here until the last object is either gone or somehow doesn't need protecting anymore. But there's nowhere for these objects to go because the Summer Palace is gone. Now there may be a way to find a new home for them, maybe in another palace in China, but that would have a different protecting dog. That would render this dog to not need to protect anymore.
It's always good to have a backup.
Wait,
So since
if we're successful, we get a castle, right?
That's true. You guys do get a castle.
I see where this is going, and I'm on board.
Yeah, go on.
I'm co-signing this.
Jerome, go ahead.
They could protect our castle.
Yeah, ask. That's great.
Hey, do you want to protect our castle?
Are you trying to play games with me?
No.
No,
More of
unless
a-
you want to.
No, I'm just. What do you mean a castle?
Well, I don't know the specifics yet. We don't have it yet, but soon we're gonna have a castle, and it'll need protecting. I mean, T-Bone is great, but T-Bone probably won't be able to protect all of it himself. So maybe if you wanted to come, we'd be able to maybe feed you and take care of you, and I don't know, we're pretty chill, I think.
Talk about your kids.
Yeah, I have kids.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
3 kids. You can protect my kids.
Children?
Yeah.
You
Takes
see
out
it
picture.
as like the
Sure. Yes.
this harsh cold exterior that's just this room has just felt like ice. There's been this feeling of just almost a loneliness that is just like radiated out every time you've entered here. You feel like that slowly start to kind of melt away, not completely, but it's changing ever so slightly. Well, I need to protect something important. I have to be linked to it. I protect things.
Oh,
But if there's people, it might bring her back.
whoa. And it's like Jerome, like, initially hears bring her back, and it's like he just kind of freezes for a second. And then he just kind of shakes himself out of it, just thinking about his late wife. But he'll say, yeah, if that could bring her back, that'd be amazing. It's worth a shot, right?
I'll do what you need. And he kind of gives like this low, like the dog is standing there kind of in a higher position, and then kind of goes where it like bends the one leg forward, where it kind of does a deep bow towards you, Jerome. Jerome, is there that picture that you have of your children begins to glow with this gold aura as the Komainu has bound itself to a new item.
Whoa. Wonderful. Jerome will follow suit and do the same thing because he and T-Bone have always, like, whenever they make deals, they do like basically the same pose. So he'll return it and say, hey, we got it. We got it.
Amazing.
I give Gus a look like, oof.
Dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
God damn. You guys, as this happens, there's this almost like this energy of just light and almost like a new beginning, but the camera kind of shifts away to a corner on the ground floor to the old, or I guess not old, but I guess the different area with all of the different objects needing cataloged. You see that one of these books that Madeline had known as the pretty books begins to kind of flap open, and the pages begin to kind of stir to go to a certain page. You see that the writing begins to glow this reddish color, and a person in a black cloak walks up to it and begins to chant. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, snap.
Cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Mary. This has been such a wild and fantastic ride. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. And the next time will be the last one.
Last
Holy
episode.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Thank you so much for running this. Players, thank y'all so much for playing. Y'all have been an absolute blast to play with. And viewers, thank y'all so much for tuning in. You have been incredible. So before we sign things off, of course, I want to go to each of our cast. Everyone, I guess who you are, who you've been, and where people can find you. So let's start things off with Taylor with Mary on deck.
Hey, I'm Taylor. I've been playing Astrid. And you can find me on Twitter, which is at Roll for Felicity. Also on Twitch, Roll for Felicity, and YouTube, Roll for Felicity. I have some fun one-shots coming up, which is mostly what I do on my channel, including this Sunday. I'm running a one-shot of Vampire the Masquerade, which is going to be my first time running that. Yeah, and then also this month I'm running a game of Basic Witches and a game of Mouse Rider. So come check those out. And thank you for having me here. Oh, I'm also going to be back on this channel next week, running Wander Home, which is another mini series on Chaotic Wonderful.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Taylor. Let's go over to Mary with Steve on deck.
Hi, I'm Mary Kate Mead. I use she, her pronouns, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at NerdOnWheels15, where I chat about disability, TTRPGs, and everything in between. Tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, we're back with the mid-season premiere of Weird Web over on 2000 Tales over on YouTube. It's going to be crazy. We had a huge finale where one of the player characters sacrificed themselves. So we're going to deal with the outcome of that tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table. It's going to be epic. Go ahead and check that out. And then on socials for other stuff I do a lot of stuff during the week. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mary. Let's go over to Steve with Miguel on deck.
Hi, my name's Steve. You've been watching me play Camilla Ness. My pronouns are he, him. Her pronouns are she, her. You can find me on Twitter at W9Steve and on Twitch every once in a while at Hermes4939. Been having a lot of fun with this. You can also find me Mondays on Rainbows and Razor Blades on Twitch, playing 5e homebrew called Madness Takes Artena. So thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Steve. Let's kick it over to Miguel with Derek on deck.
Hi, everybody. I've been Miguel. My pronouns are he, they. I will play Agustin. He's, everyone's favorite rascal. You can find me around the internet at Miguel_Clasico, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Saturday evening, you can catch me over at that D'Angelo's Twitch channel. Gonna be running a charity stream of Vampire the Masquerade in association with Café Cultivar, and the American Heart Association is the charity of beneficiary of that one. And then next Monday, you can catch me over at the Red Hair Inn. That's HARE, like bunny rabbit hair, not like hair. We'll be continuing our D&D mini there, The Halls of the Mad King, where I play a different Gus, Gustavo, and he's a little druid halfling that just makes fire. He's a fire chicken named the Duke. Very good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Miguel. Let's kick it over to Derek with myself on deck.
Hey, name is Derek Brown, he, him. I play Calvin, who is a good guy, I guess. A little dumb, a little brave. Yeah, so this is my third time ever playing any role-playing game, so feels awesome. Let's see. If you're in Pittsburgh, this is kind of weird. There's an in-person show tomorrow, actually Saturday the 10th at 8 o'clock. My improv team is playing, and then I have a stand-up gig in Maryland on September 23rd at the Loft, wherever that is. So see me there, and yeah, this has been great. And yeah, thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Derek. I'm Matt. I have been Jerome, who's very happy that now he has not only a new dog, but also two godparents. So very excited. And you can find me as Improv and D&D on all the socials, YouTube and Twitch. But it's been such a pleasure, y'all. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. And oh my gosh, as far as Chaotic Wonderful is concerned, of course, as Taylor mentioned, next Thursday we have the continuation of a fantastic A Wander Home campaign, as well as on the 20th, there will be a Monster of the Week game. So make sure you mark that down in your calendars. So from all of us here, all of our cast, all of our wonderful players, everyone at Chaotic Wonderful, in this crazy world out there, don't forget to embrace the chaos and don't forget to be wonderful. Take care, everybody. Bye.